Good evening. I'm Christopher Sullivan-Diaz, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. The Nebraska soccer team will welcome the number 8 Notre Dame Fighting Irish on Thursday, August 20th, and the number 18 Alabama Crimson Tide on Sunday, August 23rd. Thursday's game is set for 7:05 p.m. Central and will be televised on the Big Ten Network. Sunday's match will start at 12:05 p.m. Central and be streamed on Big Ten Plus. Kyle, do you know who's calling that?
That would be CSD Christopher Sullivan-Diaz on the play-by-play.
Thank you. Number 1, Nebraska opened the 2026 season with its annual red-white scrimmage in front of a crowd of 10,753 fans in Pinnacle Bank Arena on Sunday afternoon. The red team defeated the white team 3-1, though the Huskers mixed their teams and lineups around for each set. Finally, former Nebraska women's basketball player and assistant coach Amy Stevens was added to the Husker flag football staff as the director of operations, the team announced Tuesday. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, have getting you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, a retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Our One Sports Nightly is up next right here in the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
Infield to the right as well. Heron to the line, her one ball pitch. Ava swings and drives this one to center. Johnson going back. It's gone. It's gone. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. 5-3 on the Kuzak 2-run home run.
5:58 to go in the first half of play as Jamarcus Lawrence trots it into the front court, picked up by Cooper Campbell. Bounce pass, left corner, 3-ball. Sanford got another one. 5 of them. Sanford exhorting the crowd, and they oblige. And the Huskers are up 11.
Keelan Smith, the motion man from left to right. Snap, quick screen near left, leaping catch from Hunter, leaks through, breaks an ankle tackle. There he goes, Hunter, 40, 35, 30. Hunter all the way. That just might be your dagger.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
And welcome in, everybody. Full 2 hours headed your way. Lots to get to here over the next couple of hours. But in case you missed it, if you have not been on social media today, told you last night we'd have a big announcement today, and we are ready to name the guy that's going to be in the booth with Kyle this fall, taking the place of Damon Benning, who we basically just had to shove out of the studio so we can do a radio show.
Well, the reports of last night, we talked about cloning myself to try and do the games with me, and then having a second clone do sidelines, effectively ending your employment here with Playfly. Yes. But that got turned down. So we went out there quickly, did a quick turnaround, and we were able to end our search on a guy that loves this place through and through, is a former Husker, of course, which is a big prerequisite to being in the Husker radio booth, and somebody who is known locally in the media, and that is Jay Moore.
Yes.
Congratulations to Jay.
Jay Moore, we're excited to have him on board. I think he'll be a great teammate. He's super excited, super honored, and so he'll be calling games for us this season. A couple that maybe not be able to be there, and I think Jeremiah Searles is going to step in for us, and Searles will still be a part of our Big Red Reaction show, Tommy Armstrong as well, but we had a little bit of a shuffling last minute. We're, again, very happy for DB. He's doing his thing, and again, we see him all the time now.
That is a tired man right now.
We see him all the time.
Which I love. I'm
yes,
not seeing him on Saturdays will hurt a little bit.
Yeah, that'll be different. But we're very, very excited for Jay Moore. So, and he'll be here just a few minutes, chat with Kyle about this football season and the opportunity and all of that. But I know we've had several questions. We were asked when we were out at the remote. I've been asked, but we have our guy.
Yeah, I'm excited for him. He's really good on air, and that's a good starting point. But look, it's like anything. When I got hired last year, Damon, you were asked the question every single day of who's the next person that's going to be the play-by-play announcer, and Damon was asked those questions. And the biggest thing that Damon always said about whoever fit in is, are they going to be a good teammate for starters? Forget about everything else. And we could just tell talking to Jay. I knew of Jay because he'd been on radio locally. He's here in the media. He's on with Hanley and Hansen, our Omaha affiliate on 590 on a weekly basis. So I knew of Jay Moore, of course, knew he played here and everything, but just getting a chance to meet him and talk to him and just understand he's going to be a good teammate. But the chemistry part of the on-air aspect of it is going to be, okay, the first time we're on air together outside of an interview that we'll have here on Sports Nightly and a handful of times heading up to the season, the first time we're going to do a game together is going to be September 5th. So there's going to be some lumps and some things that it takes timing-wise, and it was the same with me and Damon. So
the kind of the conversations again when we were going through and when we first started trying to figure out what we were going to do and how we were going to move forward. But when Jay Moore came into the conversation, what a year to have a defensive lineman. With the offensive lineman. The offensive line for Nebraska being one of the best on paper, and then the defensive line being one of those areas that definitely need to improve. I think that his expertise on the line will be great for this season. Yeah,
it's a defensive line that a lot of people are hungry to know more about and to know why something is working or not working. And he was here, and he was part of successful teams and not so successful teams. So he's sort of seen it all, and he's part of that black shirt tradition too. That's it's something we always bring up and always talk about, but we have a black shirt in the booth. And I think that's cool, just the history of that what he understands about this place, and that he's never left this place. He's an Elkhorn, Nebraska guy, born and raised, he said he went to, was it Elkhorn? I don't know if it was Elkhorn North, but it was when it was all one school, right? Until it broke up and it was multiple schools. But he loves this place, grew up listening to Nebraska, watching Nebraska on radio and television, and watching those Osborne teams, and then to be recruited by Frank Solich and to play for Bill Callahan. And he was a part of some good teams. So he's excited for where the direction of this program is headed, and hopefully we get a lot of good things to talk about.
All right, so had a media availability today. Brett Maher, we had Jeep Wade, who we've heard recently here on the program, and Corey Brown, defensive line coach, also met with the media today. A few players. Any big notables that you took away? I know we'll play some cuts here coming up in hour number 2, but anything you took away?
So mostly from Jeep, he talked about, I want to have the best 5 players on the offensive line. So it doesn't necessarily, when we try to break down, okay, who's going to be the starter at right tackle, who's going to be right guard, who's going to be center. It's more of, okay, Gunnar Gatula can play. He's played right guard in camp. Can you have other guys? And Tyler Canuck, we know, has played multiple positions. Brendan Black has played center. So the probably one of the biggest things I took away from Jeep is he's not necessarily looking at it as position battles on the offensive line, but more of, I want the best 8. So give me the best 8 in a hopper, and then I'll spit out the best 5 that are going to be out there on game day. And that goes back to what Coach Rule has always said when he talked about the defense. I want a guy who's going to come in here and be the coordinator, who's going to put the best 11 players on the field and give them the best chance to win. And for Jeep, he wants, no matter position battles, depth charts, he wants the best 5 on the field on that offensive line.
Yeah, and a lot of times too, it's the best 5 that play the best together. And Searles has talked a lot about that. It's you might have 5 guys on paper that you think are the best, but then you got to figure out the guys that play the best together too, which I know Coach Wade's also working through and working through that chemistry. So I had an event today that I went to. It was really cool. It was up in the walkthrough room, so I know they're doing different things and allowing people to kind of see in the stadium, which I think it's out there public, right? That you can have tours of the radio booth.
Yes, I think it's on the website.
Yeah. So different ways to maybe get access, but one of those, there was a meeting for a company, so a couple of the players went, and man, I was really impressed with Larry Tarver Jr. today. I hadn't had a chance to chat with him much.
Yeah, with the NIL stuff, I mean, all these guys have to get out there and
kind of
talk
gives you
and
more
assimilate.
access. I feel like we're getting to chat with guys in a way that we haven't been able to before.
It gives you more access as partners. If you're a partner with Akrs Athletics or the Huskers Radio Network, you're going to get some unique, exclusive opportunities. And Larry Tarver was there. You mentioned Anthony Calandria was there too, and we were talking about it. And we don't, because it's different, and you know this with basketball and baseball and softball, especially basketball, the rosters are so much smaller that it's easier to get to know everybody on a one-on-one basis. But when football roster sizes and staff sizes are what they are, you don't get to know everybody. So sometimes we'll learn about a person's personality when we finally get a chance to interview them for the first time, or have them pop up in an event here or there, and you get to learn more about some of these guys that you wouldn't necessarily know a whole lot about.
All right, going to go ahead and get to a break because we have lots to get to here today. Coming up next, Jay Moore, the new color analyst for the Huskers Radio Network, going to join Kyle and talk about his move to the booth here for us on Saturday. So we'll get to that next. We'll have Glenn Thomas here coming up in hour number 2, the quarterback's coach. Kyle had a chance to chat with him after practice today. So, fun show ahead. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics.
Sports Nightly is powered by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McKinnis for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McKinnis difference at McKinnisInc.com.
Husker fans, while you're making plans for Saturdays this fall, make sure you're also planning ahead for Husker Hoops. Nebraska women's basketball season tickets are on sale now. Be there all season long at Pinnacle Bank Arena for big matchups, big moments, and all the excitement of Nebraska women's basketball. Get your season tickets today by visiting huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding.
Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again.
Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Technology isn't just a part of your business, it is your business. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we believe that the right technology tools make all the difference. From seamless phone systems to secure cloud solutions, we empower Nebraska businesses to stay connected, protected, and ahead of the competition. Your technology isn't an afterthought, it's your competitive edge. Let the official business IT partner of the Huskers show you how technology helps drive business success. Technology is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
At Woodhouse Cadillac, you can receive up to $5,000 in savings on the 2025 Cadillac XT5 Sport. Browse this offer and other current offers on the Cadillac lineup at our brand new state-of-the-art dealership located at 180th and Dodge. Visit WoodhouseCadillac.com today. With proof credit, must finance with dealer. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Subject to current rebates. Offer applies to select stock numbers and available inventory. Stock number KK260261. Courtesy transportation vehicle with 4,285 miles. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Kyle Crooks back here on Sports Nightly. And one of the questions that we've had over the last week or so is, Kyle, who are you going to be doing the games with? I've heard it relentlessly over the last handful of days, about a week. We're happy for our guy, Damon Benning, who's now on Matt Rule's staff, doing great things, director of player development, works for media training the guys as well. So we're so happy for Damon, his next chapter in his career. But with that, it opened a big hole in the Huskers radio network and the color commentator for the football broadcasts starting on September 5th inside the Greg Sharp radio booth. And for the first time here on Sports Nightly, happy to announce that the new color commentator for the Huskers and Husker football is Jay Moore, and he joins us here in studio. Jay, congratulations. I know you're fired up to get this season going.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. Just so appreciative for the opportunity. Love this program more than anything. It's in my blood. Growing up as a Husker fan, that's all I want to do is play football at Nebraska. I was fortunate enough to make that happen, meaning a childhood dream come true to play football here. And then when this opportunity presented itself, I couldn't turn it down because I care deeply about this program. And just to still have involvement in it is an absolute dream come true.
And, for the fans that don't know, or maybe for some of the younger fans, just take them through your history here as a Husker. You're an Elkhorn, Nebraska kid.
Yeah.
The place I was a couple days ago, we did a live remote out in Elkhorn, so it was my first time there. But just take the fans through your journey here as a Husker.
Yeah, obviously was in Elkhorn when there's still one high school. There's 3 high schools, but I went to Elkhorn High and had a really good football career there, played multiple sports, but ultimately football was the best one. I had other offers coming out of Elkhorn, Iowa State, Kansas, a few other ones. And then ultimately when Coach Solich offered me before my junior year, I accepted. I only took one official visit. That was to Nebraska. I knew once that happened, it was an absolute dream come true. So accepting that from Coach Solich was awesome. I think the scholarship letter, the offer's still hanging in my parents' basement. But yeah, got here, but it took some time for me to develop. I was a very raw athlete. I played running back and linebacker in high school, so they wanted me to play defensive end. Actually, I had an option to play tight end or defensive end. I chose defensive end just because of the history, knowing of, Kyle Vanden Bosch, Grant Wistrom, Jared Tomich, Jason Pete, all those guys I grew up watching. I'm like, that seems. I'll do my best to try to recreate what they did because they were phenomenal at what they did. So really didn't start playing until my sophomore year, just because it was a new position. I had to grow a little bit and develop. But then we had a coaching change, right? So we had Coach Solich, unfortunately, got fired, and then Bill Callahan. So I played the last 3 years of my career, my sophomore year through my senior year, with Bill Callahan, and kind of saw that change happen. But I owe a lot to, I know Coach Callahan, that's almost like a derogatory name around here now. But I owe a lot to that staff because they developed me into a player who was able to get drafted in the NFL. So, yeah, that was just to be here as a player and get developed and then be an NFL draft pick. I mean, my NFL career, I wish it would have went better. A lot of injuries, but my time here, I would do it all over again in a heartbeat.
It's one of those stories you don't hear a whole lot now. You go to one place, you get developed, you stay at that place, and you become a pretty good player. And that was exactly the case with you. You mentioned some of the names of the black shirts, some of the all-time greats here at the Huskers, and growing up in Elkhorn, Nebraska. That's every Saturday on the tube, or if you're listening on the radio and you hear those names, now you're playing defensive end, you're a black shirt. What did that mean to you when you were playing here with the history of it?
It meant everything to me. I was able to get a black shirt my sophomore year. I get goosebumps thinking about it. We were still in the old South Stadium locker rooms, and I was actually dealing with a high ankle sprain I had during training camp, so I had gotten treatment at the old small, the facilities compared to what we had eventually compared to what they have now was night and day difference. But I was getting some treatment with, Doak Ostergaard and Jerry Weber, who were the main trainers, and walked over, and it was hanging in my locker, and it just was like, because it's been around for so long, and just to be considered at that level at a young, only a sophomore, was very, very emotional for me. And but that's one thing to get it, but it's another thing to live up to those expectations because they are lofty expectations. So every day you don that jersey in practice, you knew there was a level to practice at and perform at. Otherwise, you weren't doing that black shirt of service and also get it taken away from you at any moment. So just to be part of that family, I think the black shirt family is probably one of the greatest fraternities in the world. And what's the coolest thing is the relationships I've developed with those former players that, I watched growing up. And we just kind of have that brotherhood that not a lot of people have, just because I was able to live up to their expectations as best as I could, right? And perform at the highest level possible, because they definitely set the standard. And I was just trying to, raise that bar each and every day and make them proud, right? When I played, it's like I want to make sure that Grant, Jason, Jared, Chris Kelsey was a senior when I was a freshman, and a fantastic player. So anytime I played, I want to make sure I was doing them proud, because they definitely set the standard.
Chatting with Jay Moore, the new color commentator for the Huskers on the Huskers Radio Network for our football broadcast starting on September 5th against Ohio. And it's one thing to play it, but it's another to talk it. And you've been in the media here locally for a long time, so that's what makes this transition for you a little bit easier. But can you tell the fans just sort of your media background here in the market?
Yeah, you bet. I've kind of always been involved in some sports media. When I retired from football in 2012 or 13, after traveling around the country and not knowing where you're going to be from day to day, I had some opportunities just do some local TV stuff, call some local high school games on the radio, do some TV stuff. But really, back in 2014, 15, an opportunity to do radio full time. So that was my first real experience doing it. And then when the opportunity came about to host Big Red Wrap Up with the Nebraska Public Media over on East Campus, I jumped at it. Blake Lawrence was kind of doing it before, and he had to move out of town, and I had kind of been on the show once or twice before, and they said, hey, this opportunity is here. Would you like to fill in for the rest of the season? I said, absolutely. So I did, and I think this is going to be my 9th season doing it. And it's just great. Myself and Michael and Damon was on the show, and Sean Callahan, and those guys over there. It's just so much fun to get together and talk about Nebraska football. The results haven't been, I know, where everyone wants to be, but the fact that I can go watch a game on Saturday, then go talk about it, which that's one of the longest running sports television shows in the state, and to produce it and sit there with guys, and it's funny, and I'm walking around town and people are like, hey, you're that guy from Big Red Wrap Up, right? I'm like, yes, I am. So it's cool, man. It's fun. I'm what this program to play here, and what this program's provided afterwards has been, it's just a dream come true.
Now, I'm sure you had to wear makeup, right, for those shows. You don't have to wear makeup for the radio. Ben might wear makeup this year. Who knows? Damon had a whole kit. Maybe he put on makeup a couple times, but no makeup in radio.
Well, that was a humbling experience. I did the show first couple times, and then Gavin, the producer, he's like, hey, you need to start wearing makeup. I'm like, I don't want to wear makeup. Like, I don't even know how to.
This is football. What am I
doing?
Yeah.
So luckily, my lovely wife Jamie, I'm like, you got to help me here. I'm way out of my element. So, there's makeup applied, applicated. Other word, before every show. So
love it.
I'm glad I don't have to apply it for. I was just making the joke when we're taking pictures. I said I always had a face for radio. So
yeah, we had a photo shoot today. So this is my second photo shoot in the last 2 years, and it's the only 2 photo shoots of my life. So apparently we do a lot of photo shoots around here for radio. This team is a pivotal year, right? Year 4 for Matt Rule. Let's talk about what fans are interested in the most, and that's the product ahead. The AP preseason top 25 came out, and it's a tough schedule. You can't run from it. And Coach Rule has said, look, this is why you come to Nebraska. You know it, to play some of the top teams. And the Big Ten to start the year is going to have 1 and 2. And Indiana's defending national champion. They'll be here this year. So when you look at this team, you look at the schedule ahead, what do you see from the Huskers this year?
I tell you what, I understand the schedule, and I understand how the season went last year. But ultimately, I'm trying to find reasons why the season could be a success, and there's a lot. I think the pros definitely outweigh the cons. Yes, I know there's some new faces on the defensive staff. Yes, I know there's some new faces on the offensive line and the quarterback position and the defensive positions as well. But just looking at year 4, I think Matt's made some uncomfortable decisions because it's a learning process. This is different than Baylor. This is different than Temple. This is definitely different than being involved with the Carolina Panthers. This is the only show in town. So there's some learning curve. I think he's made some tough decisions and make some changes to ultimately make this football team better. I love what they got in the offensive line. I love the new quarterback addition. And the wide receiver room is super deep. Defensively, with Coach Orrich coming in, I love his simplicity of him coaching the defense and ultimately being able to stop the run. I think that's first and foremost. When you look at it, I think our lines have gotten better. And as long as you play football, I tell everybody, yes, it's nice to talk about the quarterback and the running back room and linebackers in the secondary, but if you're not good on the line of scrimmage, you don't have a chance. So I definitely think they got better there. So ultimately, with the additions of the offensive line, the defensive line positions, there's going to be a step up in the right direction. Now, the schedule's hard, but ultimately, beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and then you look at your Indiana, you look at your Washington, you look at your Ohio State, Iowa, Oregon. Those teams, those are really, really tough games, but be competitive and compete, and you can definitely knock those teams off. I truly believe that. But yeah, it's ultimately it's starting September 5th, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to grow, get better each and every game, and ultimately that's all you have to worry about. I know other people they look forward, but as a player and as a coach, you're just taking it one day by day, one game by game, one practice by practice, and ultimately if you get better each and every week, this team's going to be really, really good come the end of the year. Chatting with Jay Moore, a new color commentator for the Huskers here on the Huskers Radio Network. Again, we'll start on September 5th against Ohio. 4-hour pregame show. I don't know if you're ready for that. 2 of that, you'll be with Ben McLaughlin, and then I'll be on the air, and then we'll get you back in before kickoff, and then so you'll have a long day starting on September 5th. You mentioned tough decisions that Matt Rule's had to make, and he's had to let some coaches go, especially position coaches. We know the defensive coordinator change. The special teams coordinator moves on. So there's a lot of decisions that have to be made. But let me ask you from, being in that defensive end room, a position coach, how important is getting that right voice in a position coach room? Because that's where Coach Rule's kind of had some push and pull and had added some new faces. Yeah, I think it's very important because ultimately you have your defensive coordinator, then he has, his linebacker coaches, his secondary safeties, corners, interior defensive line, defensive ends. They all have to be on the same page ultimately. But when it comes to D-line, that's such a unique position because a 3-technique defensive tackle is vastly different than from a defensive end. So you have to be able to coach each and every position very well. But you also have a system in place because everyone has to work together, right? And you have to, I always tell people, you have to be able to love them and kick them in the rear end at the same time. But you have to have that respect first and foremost as a player. I was, Coach John Blake was my defensive line coach when Callahan got here, and obviously he left going into our bowl game our senior year, so a little bit of a turnover but he was so good at the technician side of things, but he also cared so deeply for each and every person. So I think that's part of it, but ultimately it's a position, that's a group that you have to be so physically sound. The X's and O's are part of it, but the tactician part of it, correct hand placement, correct alignment, you're playing too high, you're playing too low, communicating along the D-line. People don't think that you communicate. No, you got to talk all the time amongst the 4 or 5 guys that are putting their hand in the dirt. Is it run? Is it pass? Hey, I'm seeing this. I'm a counter in here. So if I come inside, counter inside on this pass rush, be able to cover me in case the quarterback escapes the pocket. So there's a lot of this, all has to work together. But ultimately, they have to be able to communicate that first and foremost, show care for each individual player. But also, it's a physical, nasty position, and you got to work at it too that way. You just can't show up on game day and just think, hey, we're going to go out there and play physical. No, you have to work it day in and day out, and ultimately that's how you get the good results. Is you have to be physical each and every day. As a guy who played on the defensive line as a defensive end, a dual threat quarterback comes in here. It's a different style than what they played last year when Dylan was here. That was more of a pro style. There's obviously more RPO and things like that than when you played, but how much of a difference maker, if Calandra can play to his peak and what he did last year at UNLV and even heighten what his peak could be, how much of a difference maker is it to have somebody in today's game that is a dual threat? It's huge. There's 11 football players on the field, right? But last year, when you don't have a quarterback who can hurt you with his feet, you're kind of playing 10 on 11. So from a defensive end standpoint, when you know he's not going to break the pocket as much, he's going to stay in the pocket, or even on some of those inside-outside zone reads, even if he does keep it, you can kind of recover pretty quickly. I just think back to the times, back in the Big 12, we're playing Brad Smith at Missouri, where he could take it off and hit his head in the goalpost if you're not disciplined in your alignments and your assignments. So ultimately, that's going to slow. You have to just take almost an extra half second to make sure that he is not keeping it. Your eyes have to be really, really well as a defensive lineman and defensive end on those mesh points with the running back. But you have to be more disciplined. You just can't pin your ears back and go, where I feel like that's what kind of hurt the offense last year with Dylan's, who didn't have the best escapability. So when you have a quarterback back there that can hurt you with his feet, it just makes the defense play a half step slower. And that's all you need at this level, a half step to create a crease here and there, or you just get someone who has bad eyes on the mesh point, boom, he's gone. And then the next time they're that much slower, there's a handoff there. So even to slow down the pass rush, you just know you have to be so much more contain-oriented. You got to communicate better across the D-line. You just can't take off and go and say, he's not going to beat us with our legs. So it just stresses, it puts so much more stress because it is 11-on-11 football now. Before, the defense had a number advantage, just kind of 11-on-10. But now with the running back, with the quarterback who can run the football, you got to be on point defensively. Otherwise, he will hurt you with his feet.
All right, Jay, what's the stadium road trip that you're looking forward to the most this year?
I got to tell you what, I've been talking about. I'm looking forward to Oregon.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Have you been to Eugene before?
I mean, they're
new entrant into the league.
No, I went to the bowl game last year in Vegas, but that was the first away game I had been to since I played. I take that back. I went to Oklahoma a few years ago down there.
That series is coming back too. Yes. I know for a guy in your era, fires you up.
I did get to go to the Oklahoma game, but I've been to a lot of away games here in the past. Obviously, go to a handful of home games every year living here in Lincoln, but that Oregon one's going to be sweet. Obviously, you get Michigan State, our first one, but that Oregon one, and just being in Eugene and just kind of knowing the history of that place and Phil Knight, Nike, and all those things, it's going to be time of day it could be played at. It's going to be electric there. I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
What is your specific type of food you like the most on the road?
Oh my
This
gosh.
is a big thing. Damon was the one who put together all the dinners. We won't put that on you. We'll probably put that on Ben or Jess. I'm not much of a logistical guy.
I'm not a huge foodie. I know Damon definitely is more of the foodie guy. I'm not picky. So really, I would say my least favorite is probably like Indian food.
Okay. You're not a sushi guy, are you?
I can take it or leave it.
I can't do raw food.
See, I can have it, but if someone's like, you want to get sushi, I can do it. I mean, ultimately, you can't go wrong at a great burger place. I love Italian food.
Same.
Can't go wrong there.
You're already fitting like a glove.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not picky. Pizza, love pizza. But yeah, I'd say sushi, Indian would be my lower tier. But anything above that, I'm all about a great sandwich spot, like a toasted sandwich, a panini or whatever it is. I mean, that's there's gonna be so many good spots we're gonna be able to go check out on the road. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, this is already a good start. It's a good start. Now you get like a morning gym workout or whatever at the hotel because it looks like you could suit up tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. That's workouts almost every day. And I'm a morning workout guy because it helps my energy throughout the day. I can't. Those people that work out
coffee guy too.
Oh yeah.
Are you an energy drink guy? Ben's a huge C4.
Yes,
I think his heart might explode.
Yeah, no, caffeinated for sure.
Okay.
Coffee for sure in the morning. Maybe some pre-workout involved in there for those workouts. But
Ben will have cans of C4 next to him during the pregame show. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, that's perfect. I like Celsius. I like those Alani News. Those are good. The C4s I haven't had here recently, but I'll have to dabble if he's willing to share.
I wouldn't dabble in that. I mean, you want to keep your heart healthy.
But yeah, workouts for sure. Even if there's those 11 a.m. kicks, and we have to be on there by 7. I'll definitely get a workout in the morning, just because it just helps not only physically but mentally. I just feel like when I work out in the morning, my mind just thinks clear, and I can communicate what I'm seeing on the field better to the fans, which ultimately is the biggest goal.
Well, Jay, congratulations. I know this is really a dream come true for you. You're a Husker through and through. You're a Nebraska guy through and through, and we can't think of anyone better to fill in this seat. Again, we miss Damon Benning, but we have a great next person up here in the Greg Sharp radio booth starting on September 5th. Jay Moore, the new color commentator for Husker football on the radio. Jay, congratulations.
Thank you, guys. I got some big shoes to fill. I know DB did a heck of a job. I'll do my best to recreate the scene. I'm looking forward to working with you as well. It's going to be fun.
Well, Jay, good stuff. Jay Moore joining us in studio again. He'll be with us starting at 7 a.m. September 5th. The Huskers in Ohio Bobcats when we get Husker game day underway, and he'll be in the booth with me all year long. So appreciate Jay joining us here in studio. We'll step aside. More Sports Nightly right after this.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in-store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Husker fans, get ready for a special night on Saturday, September 19th. Be in Memorial Stadium as your Huskers take on North Dakota. Kickoff is set for 6:15 and tickets start at just $50. Your ticket will also include a post-game concert featuring country star Cole Swindell. To purchase your Husker football versus North Dakota tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
This life we love has never been easy. We've been blessed with million-dollar rains, and we've watched hope dry up. Still, we press on because our purpose is greater. Central Valley Ag prepares the table alongside our farmers, not just to grow food, but to nourish our families and our communities. At this table, everyone's welcome. Join us. We're saving you a seat. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Elegance meets innovation at Woodhouse Lincoln. Discover the all-new 2026 Lincoln Navigator. And for a limited time, you can save up to $5,000 off MSRP. Browse in-store or shop online at woodhouselincoln.com today. With approved credit, MSRP $112,585. Only applicable to in-stock units. $299 doc fee due at signing. Stock number L260210. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. Kyle Crooks, I'm Jessica Coody. Great stuff with Jay Morgan going to be joining us in the booth, taking the place of Damon Benning. So great stuff there. And again, you fill it in that interview, but even off the air, when you're talking to him, you just feel how much passion he has for this place.
Yeah, he loves this place. He's seen the good, he's seen the not so good. He's been around it, and a different vantage point, a black shirt in the booth. And that's what the tradition of the black shirts is, what this place is about. We heard Rob Orich talk about that in his press conference last week about what that means to be the leader of a defense and to have that perspective, a unique perspective that he's going to bring to the booth. I think he's going to work really well with all of us. By the way, Lincoln East is playing in the American Legion World Series, and they just hit a 3-run bomb.
They were down 6-2, and so then they had 2 on and just hit a
that
home
thing
run.
Was
so
smoked.
Nebraska now up 8-6 on Oregon in the bottom of the 4th. And by the way,
Yes.
Jeff Greesh, our very own Jeff Greesh's son, is playing for this team.
I think Jeff is there.
Yes. We should call him. Let's cold call him.
So
See if he answers.
Legion teams are usually a mixture of all these different areas, but this is essentially Lincoln East.
We should just call him and then see if he'll do play-by-play.
Ask him if his refrigerator's running and then hang up.
Stands.
I don't know if I don't think he would take the call right now. He would see the caller ID, and I don't think he would answer. I don't think anybody answers a number that is not saved in their phone.
Josh said, let's try.
Give him a ring.
Oh, we're going to try it. We're actually going to do it. See, I like it when Josh is here. He's ready to have some fun. But yes, so this is exciting. This is fun to watch.
They're up 8-6 in the bottom of the 4th. I guess they play 9 innings because Little League's 6. Some play 7. I would think this is a 9-inning game, so it's still the bottom of the 4th. This is anything but a pitcher's duel. Oh, we got to make sure he knows he's on the air, by the way, when he picks up.
I wonder if he's in the shot of the camera. It's ringing. Jeff Greesh.
Wow.
Should we leave a message?
That thing was, yeah, we'll leave a message. Let him know, and then he can call back. This is a big deal here for Lincoln East. There's a lot of Lincoln East guys that are a part of Husker Athletics, so.
Do we know what number his son is?
We don't. I could look it up, though.
What if he's batting?
Yeah, we're calling him. He's not going to, nobody picks up.
Forwarded to voicemail.
Here we go.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Hopefully he
At
doesn't
the
have a
tone,
funky.
Here we go.
Please record your
Let's
message.
leave a message.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Jeff Greesh, it's Jessica.
And it's Kyle.
And we're calling you from Sports Nightly live on the air, trying to get an update on the American Legion World Series championship game. Call us back. Bye. There we go. Maybe he'll call us back. I don't know.
But that was a massive 3-run tank.
Yeah, it was. That was.
They're playing Oregon right now.
That was what you guys like to call a no-doubter off the bat.
Yes.
Okay, but John in Omaha, on the note of having Jay Moore in the booth, he said, I loved having Matt Davison in the booth. I loved having Damon in the booth, but it will be exciting and interesting to have a former black shirt for the defensive perspective in the booth and Jay Moore. Congratulations to Jay. Go Big Red.
Yeah, it's a different perspective, and again, we'll miss DB in the booth and all that, but Jay's going to fit in. I mean, just talking to him, it's all about building chemistry, and that won't happen right away. On-air chemistry, I think off-air, there's a good chemistry because he's a good person. I mean, not just me, but he'll have Husker Game Day with Ben McLaughlin starting 4 hours before kickoff. They'll do 2 hours of the 4-hour pregame show, so he'll find out, and then he'll go down to the field and do the keys to the game with you for social media. He might not want this when it's all said and done because we put him to work.
Here's the big question, though. Who is going to be in charge of restaurant picking now?
I think that's Ben.
Ben?
Greesh's son, by the way, this is Coatney, is Brennan. He's number 12. He's warming up in the bullpen 2 innings ago. He said Greesh doesn't answer his phone on a normal day. So Brennan is going to be the starting quarterback for Lincoln East, and they play 7 innings. So he answers my question. Wow. They play 7.
Well, so, and one of our bosses, Brandon Meyer, his son Brady, who I've known for a long time, plays for Southwest, right? Is that what I said? Southwest? And he said that these two teams battle it out. So it seems like there's a lot of young talent in Lincoln baseball.
Will Bolt knows that.
Yeah.
I'm sure Will Bolt's watching this.
Lincoln
right
Southwest,
now.
Yeah.
Which you have the Worthleys or Lincoln East products.
People commenting on the chat, the kid that hit the bomb that signed him up.
Yeah, exactly. And Will Jeski's a Lincoln Southeast product too. So get some of these kids in the scarlet and the cream.
Yeah.
Get this thing started. But there's still 7 innings, still in the bottom of the 4, 2 outs, a chance to tack on, runner at first. 8-6 in the championship game. There could be a reason to celebrate here in Lincoln.
Well, we'll have to be watching to see if Brennan gets the call from the bullpen and also if Grisha calls us back. Oh, we have...
So, CST, can he go live on the mic there, Josh? CST, go ahead and tell us what you just said. I don't know if he's on the air, but like...
Jackson Makovica, who is batting right now, is
the brother of a soccer player.
Yes, that's Ava Makovica's brother up to bat now.
Is batting right now here in the fourth. Stolen base here.
Nope.
All right.
Safe.
Runner in scoring position here. So you have all these connections right now. And I remember earlier this week, walked in and Josh and Camden were watching one of the earlier games for Nebraska. They've been all over it. And they have a chance to come away with some hardware here.
Let's just, instead of doing anything else for the show, let's call
do some live.
play.
Yeah, probably break a few rules.
Probably. Do they have radio for this?
Probably not.
If they did, probably CSD would be there calling it.
Oh, yeah.
No, you went to Pius, right?
Yeah,
we're going
it's
to
a
drive
little bit
in
of
the
a
air to
rival.
center that's dying and caught.
Oh.
So that ends the rally. But 3-run home run already, 8 runs on 10 hits through 4. And Nebraska leads 8-6 on the Huskers.
There's a call.
And we have a phone call, so we'll get to a break. We'll see if it's Grish. Keep it here. We're back to wrap up hour number 1 next.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is right around the corner. We need you in the Sea of Red this fall. Be in Memorial Stadium for the home opener on Saturday, September 5th, as the Huskers take on Ohio. Tickets start at just $50 and are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football versus Ohio tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Every year, Nebraska comes together. Across small towns, big cities, living rooms and stadium seats, one thing connects us all. It's more than athletics. It's community. It's tradition. It's home. Allo is proud to keep connections strong with 100% fiber internet and hometown service built for Nebraskans. Stay connected to what matters with Allo Fiber, proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Cybersecurity is a fundamental component of today's business operations. It's not just an add-on, it's essential for business protection. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know that cyber threats are always changing and require constant vigilance. That's why our team delivers real-time threat monitoring and advanced security protocols to safeguard your data and reputation. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we put security at the forefront of your success. Cybersecurity is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in-store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. We have a special guest that has called in. We are currently watching and giving you live updates of the ALWS Championship. And our very own Jeff Grish has joined us live. Grish, I can't believe you called us back.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for the inning to get over because Carpetland put up a 4 spot. So to take the lead, so that was kind of a big deal.
Well, how are we feeling? This is exciting.
It's really exciting, and right now it's about a replay of the high school state championship game.
So your son Brennan, Jeff, is he warming up in the bullpen right now? That's what Cody just texted us.
Well, he had warmed up in the bullpen. I'm not sure if he's down there right now. The number 2 pitcher for Link Carpetland is back in, and he's kind of settled in.
Mm-hmm.
He got the first out of the 5th inning.
There's
he did warm up earlier.
There's a lot of talent on this team, and boy, that was a bomb we just watched leave the yard.
Yeah, Yeah, that was a bomb. The first home run was a shot, and those were huge lifts. Huge lifts.
We'll let you get back to it here, but just how are you feeling as a parent? Like, are you getting ready to? Are you yelling at umpires? How's that work?
I don't watch the game as a parent. I watch the game as a former Legion baseball coach.
Okay. So you're still yelling at the umpires, is what you're telling me.
Sometimes, but most of the time not.
Okay.
I sit behind the home dugout, basically in line with the coaches, and I yell every pitch at every player.
So you're saying the American Legion umps are better than the women's basketball college referees?
I have no comment, officially or unofficially.
Hey, you got some talented
None
sons.
of them are as good as Matt Coatney.
What?
None of them are as good as Matt Coatney. Matt Coatney is the best umpire ever.
Hey, you got some talented sons. Jackson's like the MVP of the SID world too.
Well, we try to raise them right.
All right. Well, hey, go enjoy it. Thanks for. I can't believe you called us back.
His heart's in his throat, and we're asking him all these questions right now. We got to let him go.
That's
hey,
right.
Have
That's
fun.
right.
Bring back a W.
We'll try. Thank you.
How about that?
Jeff Grease joining us here on Sports
Little
Nightly.
fly ball to center. We got 2 up. We got 2 down. Runner at first, top of the 5th. 8-6 Nebraska.
7 innings, correct?
7 innings. So this is we're in the later innings now.
That
Their
was
uniforms, and Josh pointed this out, I mean, they're exactly like the Reds uniforms, the Lincoln East, the Nebraska uniforms. They have fans that are in rocking chairs. That is a perfect baseball chair.
They should put those out there.
I think marketing might be watching right now. This is in Shelby, North Carolina, so I think this is on the campus of Gardner-Webb. Really good crowd here for the championship.
All right.
This is
exciting.
big time.
That was
think
fun.
This is taking over the rest of the show. Be honest with you, because we have a championship on the line here.
You look, you're itching to call play-by-play.
It's been a while. I don't know if I could still do it. That's the problem.
Oh man, but I can't. I am still shocked that he called back. When that phone rang, I was like, no way.
Yeah, we.
That is a dedicated team member.
Especially with this, his son was warming up in the bullpen. Coatney would always tell me.
You were kind of panicking. You're like, listen, we got to keep it real quick.
Yeah, I know, because he's passionate watching this. Coatney was a umpire too. He always, because he would text Nate during games about things that went a little haywire. He'd keep him on the straight and narrow with just rules and stuff like that. So Coatney's a longtime umpire.
Well, was that back-to-back walks, right?
Yeah, first we got 2 outs.
So
6 walks tonight.
But I'm saying Brennan could be back up, warming up again.
Could you imagine how on edge he would be? We might imagine us calling him back with Brennan on the mound. He would throw his phone.
Let's not do that. All right.
Oh man, this is big time. This is big time. And the Oregon team, they have the B that looks like the Boston Red Sox B.
So it's 8-6. Top of the 5th.
8-6, top of the 5th, 2 outs, 1 out to get, but first and second here. So the tying runs are on base.
And
this is it. This is for the American Legion World Series. If people wonder why we're talking about.
No, but we still have 2 more innings. This is not.
I know. I'm saying, but this is the final game.
Yeah. All right. So coming up next hour, we probably will just keep talking about this. No, but we do have some football to talk about. Kyle was able to chat with quarterbacks coach Glenn Thomas, so we'll hear that conversation. Plus, Corey Brown met with the media today. I think for the first time. I don't know if he had a press conference.
He did spring. He did do spring.
So we'll talk some defensive line here coming up, and then what do we? Oh, we have trivia. Last night of trivia.
That's right. Defend my crown, and if I lose, it's over.
Hopefully the questions are stacked for me tonight instead of you.
Stop.
I am owed that. All right, hour 2 of Sports Nightly coming up next.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the sea of red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Right now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 0% APR for up to 84 months on all new 2026 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models during the Make This the Summer event. Or enjoy 10% off MSRP on all in-stock 2026 Ram 2500s and Ram 3500s. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Blair and Bellevue. With approved credit, tax title license extra when financed with Stellantis Financial Services. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Good evening. I'm Christopher Sullivan-Diaz, and our sports sticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. The Nebraska soccer team will welcome the number 8 Notre Dame Fighting Irish on Thursday, August 20th, and the number 18 Alabama Crimson Tide on Sunday, August 23rd. Thursday's game is set for 7:05 and will be televised on the Big Ten Network. Sunday's match will start at 12:05 and be streamed on Big Ten Plus, where I will be on the call. Christopher Sullivan-Diaz, that is. Number 1 Nebraska opened the 2026 season with its annual red-white scrimmage in front of a crowd of 10,753 fans in Pinnacle Bank Arena on Sunday afternoon. The red team defeated the white team 3-1, though the Huskers mixed their teams and lineups around for each set. Finally, former Nebraska women's basketball player and assistant coach Amy Stevens was added to the Husker flag football staff as the director of operations. The team announced Tuesday. Our sports sticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process to retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Our 2 Sports Nightly is up next right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
Back right swing by Kennedy Martin, dug by Bergen. She can do it all. 23-13 Huskers right side swing. Virginia Adriano. Kaboom! Putting dents in the rec hall deck. It's 24-13.
Prince will come out and take it with 14 seconds to go. Huskers trailing by 2. Prince against Sellers, who has 4 fouls. He'll take a 3. Yeah! Betcha! A CBA 3 for Britt to give Nebraska the lead. I said you want Britt Prince taking the shot, and she did it. She's got 22, and the Huskers have the lead in Seattle.
Nebraska 9, Oklahoma State 1, bottom of the 5th. Runner at first, 2 outs. Jordy Fromm with a 1-2. Godwin swings, and they appeal to first. They rule. She went around. Strike 3, and Nebraska is going to the Women's College World Series in 2026.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks, on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome back. Hour 2 of Sports Nightly. We, again, continue to monitor this
big game.
American Legion
You know
World
what they call
Series
this?
Championship.
Big Game Tuesday.
Big Game Tuesday.
That's what I call it.
Hey, look, people keep asking me, are you ready? And I'm like, I am very ready for a game to talk about.
I think we both are. By the way, next week, you know what that signifies? Week 0.
Yes.
And it signifies
Picks.
the retaliation tour.
Josh has
from
absolutely
this guy.
not.
Because Josh, did you not go from worst to first last year? He did. Is that what's about to happen again? Will history repeat itself? Stay tuned.
No. Josh was bad, and then he was good for 2 years, right? Or
No,
he went from worst to
2
first.
years. Yeah. So
Oh.
just bad my first year and good my second year.
Well,
So
just be ready.
The problem is, you're bad at all picks.
Look, it's fair. It's fair.
So I just don't know how you're going to turn the tide, this quickly with everything.
It can look if we've watched Trivia Tuesday the last 2 weeks, we know things can turn and they can turn
they
rather
just stack
quick.
the deck for you to win.
I can tell you this: I'm ready for Sacramento State to play football in Week 0. That's what I'm ready for.
You already doing research on that?
UNC TCU is the big game.
You also have got
RBI single.
guilt tripped into playing fantasy football, which you're very much against.
RBI, is that a double and a move to third on this 9-6 Nebraska?
Got an insurance run.
I was threatened into playing fantasy football.
Yes.
Carly, who helps out bridge between HAP and what we do here on the radio network with all of the partners and things, she said, you're the only person who's not doing fantasy football, and that she had a bone to pick. So I was essentially threatened.
Yes. So here's the thing, though. Are you going to play in the intern league, too?
No. I mean, one at a time here, folks. I can't put all this attention into fantasy football. I can do one league, and I'll give you all I got.
You don't even like fantasy football either.
I used to. By the way, I remember the prime of my fantasy football playing was the year Chris Johnson, I had drafted him. He went for 2,000 yards that year. DeMarco Murray, who you know from Oklahoma, I drafted him in his biggest season with the Cowboys. So I know what I'm doing. Back in 2007.
Did you win the league?
I think I did. I think I came in first or second that year. I don't remember.
If you won it, you would have remembered.
We used to do a pick with spreads. My mom's work used to do a pool, and I used to do research, and I always used to come within the top 3 every year.
Well, we'll be talking about that. I'm sure some.
Do I have to dominate everybody and win fantasy football just to prove a point?
Win something before you start talking trash.
Do I have to just prove a point and just get ready? All I'm saying, the point started out, get ready for week 0 because it's here.
Yes.
And the retaliation.
And you know
tour.
what else is next week? Husker volleyball, basically game day in Jerry World.
That's pretty crazy.
So we'll have coaches shows next week, AD show next week. So next week, I feel like that's what I was texting you yesterday. This is the last week of basically talking nonsense.
Coach Rule will join us for the football. The first football radio show is going to be next week on Wednesday. Coach Rule is going to be on the first show. So make sure you mark that into your calendar. He's going to be here for the hour show.
Well, before we get too far away from it, meant to bring this up in the first hour, but then we got too enthralled with
almost a 2-run homer, by the way. Still
Legion
9-6.
baseball championship. But on that note, we did have Rudy in Florida text in, and he said, "I'm shaking watching the American Legion game. My brother played baseball at Lincoln East a long time ago, and I also live just 25 miles from Shelby, North Carolina." And to let Kyle know that Gardner-Webb is in a different town about 30 minutes away, which we looked it up. It's Keeter Stadium, which basically is just dedicated to the
So it's an empty
American
minor league baseball stadium.
I think that's
that they
what
don't
it was
use.
built for, from what I looked at Google.
I called a game at Gardner-Webb, so maybe I should know that it's not.
Yeah, you probably should know.
I was there.
But either way, so it's not Gardner-Webb, but I think it's dedicated to the American Legion.
Cool little stadium, though.
Also, again, kind of went off the rails a little bit, but Marianne Kenyon. So speaking of women's basketball, and Jeff Greash and Matt Coatney picked up a big commitment today. So they've been on a heater. We've been talking about this on the recruiting trail. But of the women's basketball 2027 class, 6'3", versatile guard, and I guess one of those do-it-all guards that they love to have. But you got a little bit of insight on this. Don't say who it's from because they're not allowed to talk about the recruits.
Did you mention the name of the recruit?
Yes, Marianne Kenyon.
Okay. Big guard.
But you do have an insider.
Yes, I have inside knowledge, intel, some would say. Newsflash, intel. Big guard with high IQ, versatile, great demeanor on the floor, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, can play multiple positions, a good fit for how we play. So excited for them. I mean, they're killing it. They're killing it on the recruiting trail.
They had the best class probably on paper that they've had ever. That just came in, the trio of freshmen, first McDonald's All-American and Ashlyn Copel. So we have another. No, that was earlier.
That was earlier.
So we, again, and then they're bringing in other top recruits coming in here that have Nebraska as a part of their top kind of picks, and I think it just speaks to the staff and how well they sell this place. But I think also Troy Dannon has made a commitment also financially to women's basketball, so they're able to be in those conversations with some of these top players.
Yeah, it's a fun team. You know, we've been running promotions for tickets for women's basketball.
Season tickets on sale as of yesterday.
Go out and watch them. Get in early. Get in on the ground floor.
Buy
because
stock early.
They will be at one. It's a 76-team NCAA tournament, so it's not totally throwing something out there against the wall to say they're going to be an NCAA tournament team, but it's going to be a darn good team in the Big Ten and a darn good conference.
This is a team that's not only talking about going to the NCAA tournament, they want to host. So it's kind of a different kind of goal, and certainly if people stay healthy, knock on wood, I think it's a team that could certainly be in that conversation. All right, let's talk some football now, switching gears. Again, Kyle's had a chance to chat with a number of the assistant coaches following practice, and today in the hot seat, in fact, he walked up to us and said, "Am I the guy today?"
Yeah, he didn't know until we walked up to him.
You're the guy today. Quarterbacks coach Glenn Thomas. Here's that conversation.
All right, Coach, we're about halfway through training camp right now, so the assessment of the quarterback room would be what so far?
super encouraged. I think doing great things, playing fast, processing fast, absorbing the volume of the installation at a very high rate, which I appreciate, particularly with obviously Anthony being new to the system and really building off the spring and the summer player-led practices. So I think we're in a great place with that. And then as we continue to build in situational type concepts, how to process the decision making that is needed within those contexts of those situations and how we can get better from it.
Pre-snap smarts from Calandria, how he sees the game. Is that impressive to you? Has that impressed you to this point?
Both. I would say both pre-snap and post-snap. Obviously, he has a lot of snaps under his belt in his career, so I think he's seen a lot. He's been able to react and process at a high level. So I've definitely been encouraged by that, and as fast as he can play and process, the better off we're going to be.
How much do you tell him, at least in these situations, and when game situations come up that you have to get down, you have to slide, you have to get out of bounds, that the dual threat quarterback, do you always have to keep that in the back of their mind?
You do. You definitely don't want to take the edge away, but there is an element of being smart, getting down. When can I be a little bit more aggressive as far as getting a couple more yards? But yes, there is that element. So there's a fine line of being aggressive, attacking, but also taking care of yourself.
What have you seen so far just with your guys and the connections with the receivers? You have some new guys in here, some guys that come back. How has that worked out so far?
It's been great. It's been great. They've got an awesome relationship. It's been fun. Even after a play, they'll come back. We'll talk. Hey, what'd you see here? What'd you see here? I'm looking to throw the ball, in this area versus this coverage. So that constant communication only helps us. And as camp continues to dig in and go, we're starting to see the benefit of that and getting better from play to play.
I see the guys have the GoPros on their helmet, and Dana mentioned that a little bit in the presser about how they talk in the huddle, their presence. But what are some of the things that you look for when you go through that GoPro footage?
Well, I think the most important thing for a quarterback is just starting the play on a positive note. You know what I mean? So being articulate in the huddle, being confident in the play call, being precise and concise with the play call, so everybody breaks that huddle with confidence and conviction that this play is going to work. And I think that you might have that sense of when you're out there and you do it, but I think it's awakening a little bit as far as actually what actually happens in the huddle with that GoPro.
Confidence level for TJ Lateef from when he started in LA against UCLA till now, how much has he grown up?
Grown up a lot. He's really taken a step in the right direction. That was probably the best thing that could have happened for him last year as far as getting in there, getting all the reps that he did and having the success that he has. I think he's really jumped up to another level over the summer and have no reservations about when he gets in there, the standard of play is going to be at a high level.
How much has maybe Anthony helped TJ? What's that relationship like? Because they have similar skill sets.
Yeah, I think they've helped, and even Danny too, and Bodie. I think the room itself has really been in a good place that way as far as that communication. Again, the fluidity of the reps has been pretty clean that way, and when they're in there, they're very supportive. The communication of what they saw, how could I have handled this a little bit different, or how did I handle this in a good way? I think that dynamic has been really a nice positive and has really created a sense of an urgency of being better each day.
You mentioned Danny Kalen. What's your assessment of him so far?
Danny's great. He's a true professional. Obviously, he's a Husker through and through, and it's a joy to be with him every day at work. He's very diligent with details. He does exactly what you tell him to do, and I love being around him every day, and you know what to expect when you get on the practice field with him. He's going to bring his best.
Lastly, a couple weeks till game one. What do you want to see out of your quarterback room here?
I think it's just decision making. I think whether you're a 14-year league vet versus a freshman in college, I think it's always a processing element, particularly post snap and those decisions that are being made, whether it be on schedule or off schedule. I think we continue to grow with that and then maximize the situations we're in. Whether it be a third down, a 4-minute, 2-minute. Let's continue to move the ball in the productive and acceptable way.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the time.
Awesome. Thanks.
Again, quarterbacks coach Glenn Thomas. Did you guys call each other up today to coordinate?
Yeah, we had the new corn logo.
In gray?
I want one of those. Hopefully Jay Terry's listening. One of those, like the thin BP tops that Glenn had on. It's smooth.
Yeah, when I told you that I was going to try to go down there and get Jay Moore a polo for our photo shoot, you're like, hey, you got to take me with you.
I had to weasel my way in, but I was up here.
You've gotten so much gear.
I know. I just asked for more,
and
more,
you want more? Like, is it ever going to be enough?
I don't think so. No. But it's always good. I remember I talked to Glenn probably last year at some point during the season. I saw him at the Outland Trophy ceremony. I remember talking with him during that. Just a really good guy. I remember he coached Matt Ryan with the Atlanta Falcons. He has all sorts of just coaching experience. Calandria came in here as a guy that I would imagine wanted to be coached, and Glenn has done a really good job with that room, and especially the situation that TJ was put in last year. You could hear it in his voice. He's a very calming presence, the way that he carries himself.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking any of the quarterback coaching that Calandria has gotten, but having, a dedicated quarterbacks coach, that's what he's known for, to develop, and, some of the areas that I think Anthony came in with knowing that he needed to get better at. I think Glenn Thomas is certainly the perfect guy for that job. I mean, we'll see how it comes to fruition on game day, but I think just from watching practice, some of the things that maybe concerns coming in with Calandria, I feel like you've seen improvements with him.
We'll see, the biggest number when it's all said and done. What does that touchdown to interception ratio look like at the end of this year? We'll see how much that improves, and if it's similar to last year, you consider that a win just based on now you're playing in the Big Ten. I think he had 23 touchdowns to 9 interceptions last year. So if you can, again, keep that interception number down, keep that fumble number down, we've seen up close and personal the difference of having an Anthony Calandria in this offense, especially in the red zone. You heard Jay Moore when we talked in the first hour. Now you have to guard an extra skill player, when last year you didn't have to worry about the quarterback in the RPO game, maybe a little bit with TJ when he took over. It's an extra facet for the defense to have to game plan against and take away personnel to guard and to cover and to tackle and all those things. So Calandria is going to be that dual threat aspect. You almost feel like it's truly necessary now in today's game.
We watched a play the other day, and I said that's borderline undefendable.
Yeah.
With his legs.
The RPO game is something that's been a part of college now for a while, but it's so important, and it wasn't necessarily an aspect. I mean, Dylan Raiola, he's not freezing linebackers, he's not freezing defensive ends, free rushers, all these things that you have to now take into account. And Calandria, we'll see, is he as good of a pure passer as Dylan Raiola? The verdict is out on that. He's got to limit turnovers, and again, took a nice step last year, but there is a lot of tangible things that you're going to look at on a 3rd and medium or a 3rd and goal from the 6 that he presents that just was not here.
We heard Coach Roll say this on Saturday after the scrimmage, and it was something that I noticed while I was out there, but no balls on the ground by the running backs is a huge plus, too, given that these are guys that, again, are younger guys with not as many touches.
Ball security is job security, as they say, especially if these are all younger guys, and they're battling. When you're battling for a spot on a depth chart, the last thing you want to do is put that ball on the ground. And, EJ Barthel, one of the louder coaches in, individual periods, he'll get after his guys. And that was the biggest thing with Emmett. You remember early in the season last year, Emmett had fumbled, I think, at the 2-yard line last year. They had a couple of fumbles deep in the red area. You guaranteed have to have a good year. You have to win the turnover margin. We know that's been a huge issue here at Nebraska. But you also, I think, forgetting about turning the ball over, you have to find a way this year to turn opposing offenses over. They just did not do that last year.
Last thing on the quarterbacks. And again, obviously, money invested in Anthony Calandria. He's the guy. But you can just tell by the way Glenn Thomas just talked about TJ and the growth that he's had. Danny Dimes, what they call him. And then, just hearing what Dana Holgerson had to say, they really like the room and feel good about calling any of those guys' numbers.
Well, you have all guys, they've talked about this ad nauseum, and for good reason. Last year, there wasn't nearly as much experience in the quarterback room. TJ was a true freshman. You had Jalen Gramstad, who hadn't played a whole lot at this level. And then you had Dylan Raiola, who was just in his 2nd year. This year, you have 3 guys who have played in Power 4 games.
All right, got to get to a break. We're in a critical moment here.
Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 6th. 70 pitches in for the starter, 9-6 Nebraska for the American Legion World Series. Most of the Nebraska team, if you're just joining us, they play for Lincoln East. So there's a local flair. That's why we're bringing it up. And the bases are juiced now, and the go-ahead run is at home plate.
All right, let's go ahead and get to a break. Maybe we'll have an update on the other side of the break. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle, Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. More Sports Nightly coming up after this.
set, hike. When champions take the field, they come ready to play. TNL Irrigation understands the value of momentum. Like a Husker drive, there's no stopping. If you live for farming and football like we do, TNL Irrigation has you covered. Check your fields from the game with a remote system, or just enjoy the play knowing our systems are reliable as a sold-out Memorial Stadium. Touchdown! Nebraska born, Nebraska strong. Husker Nation and TNL Irrigation are like no other.
There's no better way to celebrate America's 250th birthday than at a Husker football game. Be in Memorial Stadium for the official America 250 celebration as the Huskers take on Bowling Green on Saturday, September 12th. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. and tickets start at just $50. To purchase your Husker football versus Bowling Green tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Every year, Nebraska comes together. Across small towns, big cities, living rooms and stadium seats, one thing connects us all. It's more than athletics. It's community. It's tradition. It's home. Allo is proud to keep connections strong with 100% fiber internet and hometown service built for Nebraskans. Stay connected to what matters with Allo Fiber, proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
When it comes to your business running efficiently day to day, you rely on technology and a network that is secure, fast, and has measures in place to help prevent downtime. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know firsthand that reliability is business. We work with businesses across the state to implement managed IT solutions that keep your business running securely. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Reliability is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
This life we love has never been easy. We've been blessed with million-dollar rains, and we've watched hope dry up. Still, we press on because our purpose is greater. Central Valley Ag prepares the table alongside our farmers, not just to grow food, but to nourish our families and our communities. At this table, everyone's welcome. Join us. We're saving you a seat. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. Kyle Crooks, I'm Jessica Coody. Just as I sent it to break, we had some fireworks happen.
We did. And by the way, good thing Matt Coatney's here. He, not the starter for Lincoln. This is a second pitcher in the game.
He's number two pitcher.
So he's come in. Okay, bases. Let's set the scene.
Set the scene.
Top of the sixth, 9-6 game, Nebraska in the lead. Oregon had the bases loaded, 2 outs, and the guy gets picked off at first base with the bases juiced to end the inning. How do you get picked off at first base? Now, these are kids, right? So I don't want to get on them. I'm going to rein it. I'm going to rein in the hot takes here. But that's tough. I mean,
some of
You're
them
not going
could be a year away from playing college baseball, right?
Oh, my goodness. That's just really tough. One down now on the bottom of the sixth. So only 3 outs to get here for Lincoln for an American Legion World Series. And Jeff Grease, we may never see him again. He may just be celebrating until the end of time.
Yeah. If you missed it, shout out Jeff Grease. She called in to the show. He's sounded like pacing the concourse.
And here we are asking him questions.
Yes. So
you know what we need? We need Brennan to come in and close the deal.
Yes.
I'm gonna call the dugout.
That'd be fantastic.
What a storyline for Sports Nightly that would be.
Yeah, huge. But, all right, back to football, and we'll keep you posted because we're getting closer and closer to a title coming back to Lincoln, Nebraska.
I mean, are they going to do a parade of some sort?
You should MC it. You should be like the Grand Marshal.
You could do that. This is Nebraska's.
Lyle Crooks needs to do.
Lyle and Nile. That idea got shot down pretty quickly. So they are tied for the most runs ever scored in American Legion World Series, Nebraska. So one more run that they score, they could set a new record. This might be their last chance to last ups here because if they get 3 outs on the 7th.
All right, before we talk about the defensive line, Gunnar Gatula, another big topic today, and lots of high praise for him.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of time at right tackle, but he also has played guard. I forget if Jeep said left. I think it's right guard. But he's super versatile. We know this. He's played left and right tackle. A couple of years ago, played a lot of left tackle. We know the injuries that this team faced last year and forced Gunnar to play more time. And, of course, Gunnar had the injury that ended his season. So he's been able to come back. He's healthy. It's funny, the scrimmage the other day, Gunnar graduated. Mm-hmm. So he showed up late. He had his pads on and everything.
Because I was sitting there, I was asking, I said, where's Gunnar? And then we were trying to figure out where he was, and then he came in and he was warming up late, like going through basically team warm-ups by himself. And then I remembered from the email, shout out, I believe, was it Seamus or Matt Smith? One of them sent the email about the graduates and remembered that he was graduating. So he went to graduation and then ran right out onto scrimmage. So pretty cool. But he's been a big topic, and he's fighting and battling. And he's going to be out there.
Yeah, whether he starts or goes back to what Jeep said, and we're going to find the best. He's definitely in that top 8. No doubt about it. No questions asked. Is he in that top 5? I think there's a very good case to be made that right now he is cemented. Cemented is probably the bad word, but he is in that top 5.
Janiron Bonner also was a big topic today. The media had an open window today, and he was one of the first things you pointed out to me.
He's got the neck brace. We all want to go back to the 90s, right?
Looks mean to me.
He had won the knee brace, which is all part of the ACL, whatever. Who knows how long he'll need that to continue to wear that brace. Can't be comfortable to play with. But he had a massive, it was almost like the cone that dogs wear when they go to the vet, right? He had a huge white cone that was the neck brace. I miss the neck roll. Like fullbacks in the 90s and the early 2000s, that was the thing. And that, I never wanted, when I was in Pop Warner, I never wanted to go up against the dude running the ball who had the neck roll.
He just looks intimidating.
Everything about him.
I told you, I asked, one of the kids asked who's the meanest player on the team, and Isaiah Hunter said Janiron Bonner.
Yeah, he's mean on the field, and he's not so mean.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Meanest,
But they're managing his.
I think it was scariest. Yeah.
That works. They're managing his reps, too. They don't want to overwork him too much or put him in situations, even in thud, where he's going to get hit around too much and jeopardize him potentially being healthy for the start of the season. So, of course, he wasn't in the spring, so they want to work him back. But it seems like he's feeling good. If whatever percentage he is, I imagine he's pretty close to 100%. But he's moving around and he's with the ones, and Dana's moving him around the offense exactly the way that he said.
All right, update here in the Legion Baseball Championship game.
3
we have
outs
moved
to
to the
get.
top of the 7th.
3 outs to get.
3 outs away from a title for essentially Lincoln East.
Do you believe in miracles? Yes.
Okay, let's talk some defensive line. Corey Brown met with the media today, starting with he was asked about the 2 transfers. Jasir Whittington and Owen Stodmeyer?
One, I would think as far as their bodies, getting their bodies in shape, I think Miss Kristen, nutrition, Coach Campbell, this guy, they do a great job getting their bodies ready. And then as it pertains to technique, really just knowing how they can anchor down, that they put themselves in position to do this. And then the transition pass rush is really huge. Sometimes conference is a little bit different, but in my opinion, you got to be a great transition pass rusher inside. It's not always you're going to be in that third and long situation to be with the wide alignment, attacking and working this, elite pass rush move. A lot of times it's going to be hands inside, transitioning from there. So they've gotten better, at being strong with their hands, working snatches and disengages to be better transition pass rushers.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things in the winter months with the transfer portal is you have to find a way to improve the skill and not necessarily the size because they're not the biggest guys. They're not like David Huffkins or Mason Goldmans who are on this roster who are huge dudes. But they're, Jasir and Owen, they've played in the ACC at a Power 4 level. And I think the expectation for those two, especially for Jasir, is pretty high.
Whittington's been getting a lot of love, too. I feel like he's been a guy that people have talked about. He's, I think, going to be a massive piece for this defensive front. All right, up next, Coach was asked, what is the identity of the defensive line?
Man, fast and physical, same things along those lines, but being in attack mode up front. You have to attack the line of scrimmage. You have to be heavy-handed, and then IDM blocks, because the faster you IDM, the faster you can get off of them. We don't want to stay stuck on blocks. We want to be able to disengage, but doing all that, really, really playing downhill. And I know, you talk about our motto from the defense, is simple, fast, and violent, is right along those lines. But the faster you can ID blocks, the faster you can destroy them and get off of them and make plays on the ball.
Yeah, he said he used to be at Notre Dame where it was more react and then attack. In this defense, it's attack, attack, attack. So how quickly those guys can get into that mindset, and they've been working on the fundamentals in spring with Corey Brown, hand placement, all of those different things, pass rush moves and all that. So they've been getting after it for a while. I know Corey was I think the last hire of the position groups because remember the defensive line coach was kind of in limbo there for a while as to who they were going to hire. So he got in here and after the bowl game, got after it in the spring, and I feel like those guys are in a good spot technically.
All right, up next, how about one of the young guns that a lot of people around here are familiar with, Tyson Terry?
Been great to work with as well. He has great balance, first and foremost. I think that shows. He is a heavy-handed individual as well. He's pretty consistent, having his hands inside to set himself up for, they able to be able to disengage off blocks. So the main thing with him is just how it's been, whatever this case, a year or something like this, to get back to playing football day by day, and then just having to slow down from, like, what blocks are you seeing, IDing those blocks, and then fitting right off from there. But, his approach is second to none. He's definitely there. Early takes care of his body, gets himself ready to roll, has the right questions, asks the proper questions, and then, tries to apply coaching to get better, either the next rep and then day by day. But just his balance and overall strength that he has is a real, real big skill set for him.
Doesn't feel like they've had many restraints on him in fall camp based on the ACL, and he's still wearing the knee brace, but he's been a full go, and they've much like the offensive line, they cycle in a lot of guys with what they call the black group, which is the first team group, and he's been one of those guys that has played at times with that first group as they just to see what they have. You think of the second tier of guys behind the Van Poppels, the Stoudemires, the Whittingtons. You have a Tyson Terry, a Sua Lefotu, some of those Mason Goldmans. Those are the guys that are fighting for some of those extra snaps. And Coach Rule said it. Corey Brown has said it. His balance is really good, and that goes back to his history of being a wrestler. He's hard to get knocked off his feet.
One out away here in this championship game.
One ball, one strike. I'm going to do an old-timey radio voice. At the set, the 1-1 is hit in the air down the right field line and foul. It is now 1-2. One strike away for an American Legion World Series championship.
Oh, boy.
This is what you dream of, kids. You wake up those long summer days.
All right.
Can I do this?
No, you cannot. I'm done with it.
The set at the letters. 1, 2. Slider outside.
All right, another ball. All right, last thing. How about what does growth look like for Riley Van Poppel?
I would say finish, man. That's definitely something that he knows. And, you don't get a chance to sometimes tackle live all the time throughout camp. But when you are in like a third tackle situation for a defensive lineman, it's really the next best thing. You have to take that extra step to be in good position to near foot, near shoulder, thud a guy up. You can do it in an individual drill, but putting in a team setting, that'll be the thing that carries over, to a game setting. So I think he understands it, he knows it. And then the next facet for everybody, like I say, is being a good pass rusher as well. And the stronger he is with his hands and being consistent with his hand placement, that's going to allow him to, be a dude in that, transition pass rush mode. And then along those lines, as always, you should always, if you don't get to the quarterback, be able to affect it with match hands. And that's something I think he can get done on a consistent basis. But that is going into how detailed he is in his rush lanes to the cue, and then finishing if he doesn't get there with that match hand.
From the cornfields to the field of champions, they have done it. Nebraska has won the American Legion World Series.
On a called strike 3.
Yeah, and I did that call on tape delay because Jess cut me off.
Yes.
By the way, Riley Van Poppel, he's going to have a I really think he is, though.
I didn't really know what to do because I was like, I'm tired of hearing your stall between, and I didn't know how long that at-bat was going to go, but I definitely made the wrong call leading the show, so my apologies.
It was a frozen strike 3, a punch-out to end it.
But how about that? We've got a World Series title coming back to Lincoln. Congratulations to basically, what is it? What are they called? I know it's Lincoln East, but what is their... Carpet Land Rugs. So, congratulations to Jeff Greesh and his family.
From rugs to riches, Nebraska has done it.
That was nice. That was nice. I like that.
We got to have Greesh's son in here. We got to have the whole team in here. We got to do something here. They've supplied us 2 hours of content.
All right. How about some trivia up next?
Oh, I can't wait to bury you.
Also, make note of this for a trivia question later down the road. Who won the 2026 American Legion World Series?
For Trivia Tuesday in 2029.
Rugs.
I'm ready. Bring it.
All right. We're back at trivia up next here on Sports Nightly. Husker fans, get ready for a special night on Saturday, September 19th. Be in Memorial Stadium as your Huskers take on North Dakota. Kickoff is set for 6:15 and tickets start at just $50. Your ticket will also include a post-game concert featuring country star Cole Swindell. To purchase your Husker football versus North Dakota tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Sports Nightly is powered by McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McInnes for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McInnes difference at McInnesInc.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at Emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Find your next vehicle at Woodhouse Buick GMC. Right now, you can save up to $13,000 off MSRP on the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500. Visit us in store or shop online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade. With approved credit, must finance with dealer, must own and trade in a 2012 or newer passenger vehicle. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. Stock number V260747. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. Again, congratulations to Lincoln East winning the American Legion World Championship. Yeah,
something like that.
We got a trophy. Coming back to Lincoln. We always love that. So congratulations.
Congratulations to Jeff Greesh and Brennan Greesh.
Yes. Shout out Jeff Greesh and the Greesh family. So, and he called into the show. So that's unbelievable still. We got a vote for you for a Sharpie Award already. So I don't know what for, but Rudy chimed in. But I do think maybe we add a category, best one-liner, and Rugs to Riches definitely should be of that category.
Look, it's up there.
I already nominated it.
Okay. Well, I didn't see anybody. I didn't see Josh mark it down. I want an official mark down.
We need just like a big.
I want you to take a pen.
There.
I want you to wave a pen in my direction.
Back there behind his spot back there, we just need a large marker board of writing down moments for the Sharpies. It's fun having Josh in studio for a Sports Nightly.
It is. It's like getting a chance to wear a gold watch. You know, you don't get it every once in a while. You only get it once in a blue moon, and you don't get to keep it.
And people asking, why am I hating on you? I'm not hating on you. This is normal.
It's been rough.
This is a regular day.
It's been rough.
It's not out of the norm.
You know what would make me feel better?
What?
Winning trivia, which...
Please don't break the buttons.
CSD is here. I bought them so I can break them if I want.
All right.
All right, we're ready for trivia.
We're ready.
Okay. Last week, I was told it was too easy.
Closed.
No laptops. Kyle, you slid that button over here in a very menacing way. All right. Which is the only continent with land in all 4 hemispheres? Jess.
North America?
No. Wait, use that button. Come on.
Asia?
No.
Land in all 4 hemispheres?
Yes. The only continent with land in all 4 hemispheres. So North America and Asia are out.
Europe.
No.
This sounds ridiculous. Africa?
Yes.
Wow!
All right. Number one goes to Kyle. So 1-0.
Okay.
What year was the first iPhone released? I heard Kyle's first.
2002?
No.
2004.
No.
2005?
No.
2003?
You got the button.
Oh.
2003?
No. Go up. Jess.
2006.
No.
2008.
No. Kyle.
2007.
Yes.
I hit it first.
I knew it all along, too. I got it right the first try.
I should have had that. That was mine because I
All
had
right.
the button.
We got three more. You still have a chance
And
to
you
win.
and you bought the buttons for your own demise.
I know. I should have just shouted it out, I guess.
All right. Which sport uses the terms love and deuce? Jess.
Tennis.
Yes.
I want to go to review on that one. Go to the ABS challenge on that
2-1,
one.
Jess.
These buttons have been detrimental for me.
It's really hard to tell.
All right. What country in the world is the most populated? Kyle.
Country?
Yes. I'm going to ask for an answer in 5
I was
seconds.
going to say India.
Yes.
No.
All right. We got one more question. What was the first...
I didn't mean to do it.
Oh, my
Well,
goodness.
I'm
Didn't do that.
going to give you the first opportunity to answer. What was the first name of Argentinian soccer star Maradona?
Ugh. Soccer player, you only know the last
Can I
name.
answer?
Yes.
Josh
Diego.
can answer.
Yes.
For me. What
yes.
was it?
Diego.
I was the lifeline.
Diego Maradona, number 10.
Nice.
All right, trial. That's 3 in a row, and I guess we're done.
I don't count last week. Not fair.
Unbelievable.
If we have any Trivia Tuesday historians, they
And
can
I feel like the
dash them out.
2007 one should have been mine too, but that's all right.
She's feeling the heat for week 0.
No, I'm not because I'm still
She's
ahead of you.
feeling the heat.
I think
But-
the interns are going to win picks this year.
Probably.
Personally.
That was. I feel like trivia will be the first to come back though, because people like trivia. But I guess this is the last week of our.
Oh,
intern segment.
yeah, of course it is. Let's Kyle wins 3 in a
We've
row.
been
Let's
saying
throw it
that
in the
for
ocean.
like 6 weeks that this will be the last week.
All right, whatever.
All right, well, that's the end of the summer
When
season.
we are like getting to a slow point, maybe in the bye
Like
week
the 1
or
week in
something,
February.
or
You can come back and then
we can do that in February.
January.
when we don't have 17 coaches shows in a week, which is
We'll
never.
maybe bring back Trivia Tuesday. But
Okay.
good job all summer.
Well, that's the end of season 1 then.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the final? Do we have the final score?
Well, she's the season champion. You won 3-1 technically today.
And Coatney technically came in last,
Yeah.
but only had one chance
Yeah,
to
He
play.
only had one chance to play, but he did dominate that game.
He did. He sent me to the woodshed.
You were still behind him for like 4 weeks.
Collective points, I think Jess is the season champion.
We think.
I
And
think
that's with you
know.
getting some help at the end. So congratulations. All right, gotta get to break. We're back to wrap up the show next. The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. Get the most of your membership by registering early. Go to huskers.com/kids club to get your membership today. Again, huskers.com/kids club. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding.
Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again.
Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Husker Nation.
There you go.
I said that weird. Learn more at akrs.com. Welcome back. Final segment here, Sports Nightly, on this Tuesday night edition. coming up tomorrow. What do we have tomorrow? I don't even know what we have tomorrow.
We have a show again tomorrow?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Tomorrow, what do we have?
I can't even remember.
Well, tomorrow, I guess more football, potentially.
Yes.
I guess we have to talk about it. Probably shouldn't have the meeting on the air. Because I honestly don't know what tomorrow is.
I can't remember. I had a plan, but I don't remember.
You definitely have a
try
plan.
to like. Oh,
Wendat Wednesday with Maddie Mills.
Is he going to be here tomorrow? We never know. He's like, it's kind of a surprise when you walk in the studio if you know if Matt's going to be here or not.
Yeah,
But
Maddie Mills. He doesn't have many Wendat Wednesdays left.
Tomorrow's it.
You know who I saw practice today? Maddie Mills. He told me to get out of his shot.
What?
Yeah.
He's down
I
there
said
working,
they let anybody out here, huh?
and you got in his shot.
He said to get out of his shot. Guy had his little camcorder. They still have those nowadays. Just walking around, filming everything. Like he was running the place.
Well, whatever it is that we have on tomorrow's show, it'll be good. It'll be
We'll
good.
have a lot.
So practice tomorrow.
Practice is tomorrow. It's later in the day. Practice tomorrow. So excited. Working towards another scrimmage. Saturday will be another scrimmage, which Coach Rule will talk after the scrimmage. So the same setup. But this is the final week of camp. I think they head into game preparation starting the following week. So it's not a game week yet, but they head into more of a practice mode, which is afternoon practices.
Which again, you add school to the mix and actually
Correct, on the 24th.
What the schedule looks like for a game week. Right now, it's been basically all football every day. So
Yeah.
and having meetings and different things that they film and recovery and different things that they have to do, and then adding school to the mix starting next week.
Yeah, I think they
You
want
know
to.
what that also means?
What's that?
Harder to find a parking spot, Kyle.
It will be. It will be. That's going to be tough. I think it kind of is more hard now to do it. I think there's a lot of students back now.
Well, also there's the
Is this rush week?
concert set up too.
Is this rush week?
You're missing out. No, I don't think fraternity is till next week. So you got to.
You see all the dances on TikTok and stuff?
Yeah, actually, sometimes that scrolls through my.
Were you in
FYP.
a sorority?
I was not. No.
I commuted to school, so I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that.
I did record the first episode of The Dig.
That's right.
Brennan Hagar. So great start because he coaches the middles. So that's been a big topic going into the season.
Best in the country.
So and again, nothing against Rebecca Alec because that's what Brennan talked about. We had the best 1-2 punch of middles last year, and I think that's what has been his challenge is that we're not going to drop off from that going into this year. So Manaya Obeche, Kenna Cogill, those two, with some expectations, and certainly from what we've heard from Danny Busbom Kelly, a couple of the other players, that those two have been very impressive.
Yeah, it showed front and center the other day for the red and white scrimmage.
Literally front and center.
Correct. That's again, I have a way with words. I don't even know it. But I'm fascinated to see what the setup looks like in Dallas, which is next week.
Yeah.
On Thursday, I believe. And then they might play, if they win, they would play the second match that day, because I know Josh and crew have been figuring out what the broadcast would look like.
It's going to be a marathon, it sounds
And there's a concert in between the two matches.
Yes.
So they would play
And we have
Florida.
an hour-long pregame show.
Hour-long.
It's going to be like longer than a football broadcast.
Yeah. It's that, but again, all these backdrops, like Wrigley, how in the world is that going to work if it's a windy day? Like, I assume they factored all this stuff in. Dallas is different. It's a controlled environment, but Wrigley's going to be a fun one to watch.
So we will play that conversation for you here coming up at some point this week as well. So, yeah, lots of stuff planned. We'll probably try to get a couple players out at practice as well. So it's, we're almost there. We only have a few more days left of talking season.
A few more days of talking season. It has arrived. Congratulations to Jay Moore, by the way. We started the show with that.
And congratulations to the, I
Little
can't remember the
League, American
name.
Legion.
Rugs. All I can think of is Rugs to Riches.
Rugs to Riches.
Carpetland Rugs. Carpetland Rugs, Jay Moore. Yeah, it's been a happy show. So,
Congratulations to you, the listener, for this brilliance.
thanks to Josh Hilkeman for being here.
Yes, Gold Watch, that's what I call him.
And CSD as well. So that's going to do it for us. We're back again tomorrow night here on Sports Nightly. Have a great night.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
At Woodhouse Cadillac, you can receive up to $5,000 in savings on the 2025 Cadillac XT5 Sport. Browse this offer and other current offers on the Cadillac lineup at our brand new state-of-the-art dealership located at 180th and Dodge. Visit WoodhouseCadillac.com today. With proof credit, must finance with dealer. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Subject to current rebates. Offer applies to select stock numbers and available inventory. Stock number KK260261. Courtesy transportation vehicle with 4,285